Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mentorship Jumpstart call. This is Kane from Kane and Alessia, as you know, and this is their global Mentorship Jumpstart launch training and webinar. This is live. It is June 20th here, and I am in California, here in my office, and nice and casual, so you'll have to excuse the casual look. This is a complex week, as you know. We are expecting a baby any day now, and in fact, we're starting to see some signs. So we might see him sooner than later, but not at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to be spending the time here with you, helping you get grounded in the mentorship program at a very deep, detailed level, and make sure that you know exactly how to use every part of this program to get massive value for your time, your commitment, your money investment. I want to make sure that you understand how to use this program, how to get started, how to make sure you keep momentum, and how to get great results. That's, of course, what it's all about. So we'll give everybody about 30 more seconds to jump on the call. In the meantime, let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. That's, of course, an important part of this. Can you see me and hear me okay? If you can, let me know. It means we're ready to get going here. And in the meantime, you are on this call because you recently came through the San Francisco World Class Speaker Weekend, where we had an all-star cast of, Les Brown, Kevin Harrington was there. Who else? We have Alex Mendosian. We had our kids there. We had our whole team there. It was an amazing, very, very unique, very sweet weekend. Kicked off actually a global tour that we're going to be doing with Les Brown as we run events with him. He'll be joining us at the upcoming World Class Speakers that we do, as that was a new entry into our world. Kevin Harrington is doing so many weekends with us. Wanted to keep focused on the business stuff. And of course, we got an opportunity to connect with Les, and he said he loved our work. And there you go. So come join us back again when we run it anywhere in the region that you can get to. Our next one is actually scheduled in London. Well, our next one's in July in Singapore. You're welcome to come to that next month if you like. That's going to be quite big. We have 800 to 1,000 students that will have at that one. And then we'll be doing one in London in November. You're welcome to come to these, and you have a free ticket to enjoy and come to those events should you choose to come. If not, no worries. You'll when we come back through, whether we're in California or more local to this West Coast region, you can join us. Okay, I think we got everybody on the call that will be joined for today. But my intention for this webinar is to step you through how to use the mentorship program in great detail. We are recording. We record everything that we do in the program, so you'll always have access to it afterwards should you need to leave early or not make it because of responsibilities. I do really recommend that you attend everything in live elements, and you don't do things for later, review and recording, because you know how it is. There really never is a later, and it's always more complex to find time to do everything, unless you're very disciplined. And discipline is a great attribute of business owners. Integrity, discipline, commitment, all the standard stuff that we kind of expect that you have, but we'll test you in this program to make sure that you are actually engaging at the level you need to, because it's not just having integrity, it's the level at which you play. It's not just having discipline, it's the amount of discipline you have. And we'll talk about some of those things throughout the training. Anyways, let's get our website going. I'm going to take you through our membership site. Now, our membership site is about to actually change. We've just redesigned it, although the content will be the same. The usability will be the same. It's going to be a totally different look. It's a much more modern look, so don't get too attached to how it looks. Not that you care anyway about how it looks. But anyways, I'm going to take you through our mentorship site because it is the central hub point of everything that we do in this program. So if at any time you're needing support or education or training, or you need to understand how it works, you're going to come right to this site, and that's what's going to happen here. When you get your login, which I'm assuming you probably should have by now, the San Francisco event, yeah, you should probably have received it. Usually the login is sent out about 7 to 10 days after everything is worked out and registered. So I'm assuming you will have already received your login. Let me know if you have already received it. Have you already received your login for the membership site? Let me know if you have. It'd be good to know. If you have not, you might want to check your spam folder or your junk folder. If you're certain you have not gotten it, go ahead and email us at mentorship info@industryrockstar.com. Of course, you know that's the magical email that you're going to use for everything that you do. Any questions you have can go directly there. Of course, you know, questions about your business don't go there. Sorry, questions about the program, the kind of the technical stuff. Hey, I'm having trouble getting into the membership site, or hey, I have a, I don't know, I don't know what else you'd have a conflict with, but whatever. You have a challenge with, hey, I'm sending in my assessments, or hey, for some reason I Skyped Kane and didn't hear back, which is totally random and unusual. So what's going on? Things like that. Okay, this would be technical program stuff. You send it to the mentorship email address. For strategic questions on your business, you're going to use the forum. You're going to use Skype. You can use even Facebook with us. Those are the places. Coaching calls, for example, the live events. So you have lots of opportunities to ask strategic questions. But our customer team or our client relationships team, they're not designed to answer your strategic questions. They're not strategic advisors. So if you send them a strategic question in email, they'll end up just kind of saying, go to the forum, ask it, ask your coach, your mentor, ask Kane, Alessia, that kind of thing. Okay. So let's take a look at the membership site. When you log into the membership site, you will log in and it will look like this. It will come in like this. Very rarely, I'll show you, very rarely, you may actually find that it goes to a back-end system. Sometimes we find that it might look like this, which is not what you want, doesn't help you. What you want it to look like is this. If you get into the back-end system, just go ahead and refresh your browser or log out and log back in. Sometimes if you have multiple instances or if the computer has stored that you are still in it, it will take you to the back end. Okay, just a little caveat that you should know. Okay, in the meantime, here let's take a look at some of these menus and why this membership site is so awesome. So it starts with a jumpstart menu. And this is where I would start, and I would actually recommend that you get started looking at some of this stuff right away. Now, the very first video is the video that we're creating here. It is the walkthrough of how to use the entire membership program. So if at any time you feel like you're not clear about how to get the value out of your mentorship program for whatever reason, you'll always have this video right there so that you can always review it, okay? Next is a couple of other great videos that I highly recommend you look at. One's called The 5 Important Fears of Business Owners, which is an interesting title, right? Turns out there are many fears that business owners focus on that do nothing for them in growing their business. And then there are 5 concerns we actually want you to have, and 7 fundamental questions we want you to answer whether you're launching a new business, growing a business. I'd love you to go listen to that video. It's 40 minutes long. If you want to divide it into 2 or 3 segments, 10 or 15 minutes apiece, watch it over a few days. It's a very thought-provoking video on where you should put your attention in this program. Next, the 5 domains of marketing. This is a nice overview of bringing your services or your products to the marketplace. Now, you're on this call because you're enrolled in one of 2 different mentorship programs. You're either in what's considered Multiply Your Impact, or you're considered that you're in World-Class Speaker Mentorship. Now, these are 2 separate and distinctive mentorship tracks. The Multiply Your Impact mentorship program is more highly focused on just your business. Things are stressed more in like digital marketing. We stress more around leadership, scaling your teams, things like that. The rest of our business programs like branding and sales, presentation techniques, and these things are universal to both programs. Now, in the World-Class Speaker Mentorship program, you have a greater focus on presenting, speaking, and creating presentations. So you have things like stage presence, right? You have things like crafting a live presentation or webinar, things like that. Those are not as prevalent in just the business programs because our students sometimes just want to focus on their businesses, or they have a higher interest in things like digital marketing or leadership and scaling, and other students want to really focus on running conferences and seminars and speaking and doing webinars, things like that. So that was something you would have chosen. If for any reason you feel like you need to be in the other one, no problem. You can let the team know. They can always talk with you. But odds are you made the right choice when we enrolled you. That would have been explained at the time. In the meantime, all of the students, no matter which program they are in, come to this mentorship site, this membership site. This is our global mentorship program. And as I mentioned, there's some specifics and there's some overlap between the 2 programs. So for example, your jumpstarts, what we're working on with you in this program is building business and building you as a business owner. Whether you are focused on the track speaking and presenting and doing things around conferences, seminars, workshops, webinars, videos, media, retreats, things like that, or whether you're focused on running business in general, getting more customers, more clients, getting your products out there, whatever, this is the main training university. So you're going to come here to learn about everything and to be all the dates of everything around here. It's the main hub, okay? So if we go under Jumpstart, the next menu that you have is Meet Kane and Alessia. We're going to skip that. It's just a bio because as we allow you to include a business partner or husband or wife in the program or spouse or teenager or child, not everybody has gone through the 3D training with you. So if you're interested in learning more about us, you can go there. Let's go to the mentorship guidelines page. This is an interesting page. I really recommend you spend some time on this Jumpstart menu as early as possible. And the reason is because there's really great videos in here that really help you understand how to get the most from this program. So this whole section called Getting the Most from Your Mentorship Program. This first explanation here is, even though I've taken thousands of students through this video training that you're through right now, explaining exactly how to get the most out of the program, sometimes they come back and they say, okay, but what exact order should I do this program? And so I give you a little 40-minute recording here where I take you through exactly how to sequence out the program for yourself and how I recommend that. Now I'm doing that here as well. But again, if you want a reminder, you've got it right there. Then Kevin Pates, our Director of Mentorship, gives you a little video on how to get the most out of each call. And even created a little preparation sheet that you can use. It's 5 questions that allow you to be prepared for every one of your private sessions with the private mentors, which you will either be working with Kevin Pates or Corey as a private mentors. And then, of course, myself and Alessia and Kevin Harrington, we all mentor you on your business over the period of time. So he talks about the ways to engage in the program and also how to get the most out of a private call. Okay, how to be prepared for that. And finally, we have a little training here on how to be prepared to work with our marketing team. Now, if you are part of a mentorship tier where we're going to be doing some of your marketing, like your website or your marketing funnels or your social media, or even if we're helping design your slides or designing your ebooks or your free products or your logos or whatever, anything that we're designing for you, you're going to be working directly with our marketing team. This is an internal marketing team, meaning they are industry rock stars. We have a whole vision of marketing because obviously with thousands of students coming through our trainings a year looking for marketing help, they just 100% service our students. So it's our internal team. We're not outsourced to like, somewhere else in the world, like, Roger, India or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying that this is an outsourced vendor. It's an in-source. It's a division of Industry Rock, which is great for you because we are very aligned. This is part of what makes our program and our work together so unique, is that all of our divisions and all of our teams are completely integrated together. So we talk together, we meet together, we hang out together, we're like family together. Some of us are actually family, related to each other. And what it does is it gives you a more integrated experience of training and mentorship, coaching and advising. So the thing that we've learned over the years is that many business owners or entrepreneurs, they've never actually worked with a top agency or an external marketing agency of their own business. They've always just kind of gotten things done through maybe Fiverr. They've got a friend who's a designer who's got things done, or they've done it themselves. Well, who you're going to be working with is our creative director. His name is Elliot Wilcox. And Elliot is a top creative director. He's worked in creative direction for over 30 years. So he's been through, he's been through it all. He's seen it all. He's worked on thousands of companies' websites, brochures, presentations, funnels, landing pages, logos, you name it, they have done it. He oversees our team, which is located in Spain. Got about a dozen coders and designers and integrators and people that work on our students' work. So I recommend that you go through a little recording. It's only 16 minutes. And I talk about how to prepare and how to be great working with a marketing team, because it's a creative process. And regardless of what tier or what package you've got the done for you marketing in, whether it's platinum or diamond or rockstar, or whatever you're working in, remember, your entire value of this program is not going to be derived or created from your website. So if you're doing a website with Elliot, don't try to get your $28,000 or $35,000 or $50,000, dollars worth of value out of the website. It's not designed like that. They are a part. So the marketing is just part of the packages. So be careful not to go in and say, well, this is not a $50,000 website. It's not. It's a part and a piece. So we teach you how to work with them to get the most value out of that part and that piece, which is a small part in the piece. And in fact, your website, the design of your website, the intention of it is to simply get you something that's polished and has the messaging and the positioning that is accurate for what you're going out in the marketplace and selling. It's not to get you the world's most unbelievable agency designed website and marketing. I mean, look, we always go for that. But again, we're working on limited budgets because of the budget in the mentorship program. So I'm just reminding you about that. And there's a way to get more value out of the team. If you understand how to work with a creative team, you can actually get more from them than if you don't. And you actually make the process very difficult for them to work with you. So in order to make that very clear to you, we have a 16-minute training and an intake form that helps you deliver to them a very clear picture of what your vision is around your websites, or your logos, or your free products that they design, or your presentation slides, or your landing pages, or your funnels, or anything like that. The more you bring to the table for helping them be clear, the more valuable the engagement will be with them. Okay? So that's all in the Jumpstart menus. Let's move to training categories. This is really cool. So over the years, we are constantly developing new trainings. And what that means is we're constantly putting a new training onto the training universe here. Now, I always look at other online training universities, and I always see them say 56 modules, 23 modules on lead generation, 32 modules on sales, 56. Well, they're all these little videos. They're like 25 minutes a piece. So, we've designed our university less for marketing and more for actual integration. And this is what you get. You probably don't even know what you get. So this should be actually really excited about what you got. What you got is a university training system on here that is essentially like the best MBA program that you could ever take, in our opinion. It's like real world MBA. And what we've done is this program is really all about integration. In other words, we know that learning is important and knowledge is important and training is important. Skill sets, better skill sets are important. If you want to be a better cook, you have to be taught how to cook better, okay? Even if you were to get in the kitchen and start just putting stuff together and making a mess and learning by experience, that's fine, and you can do that. In a business, when you do that, the mistakes you make cost you money, they cost you time, they cost you credibility, they cost you partnerships, they cost you relationships. So we recommend you don't look at building a business or a career like learning how to cook on your own in the kitchen. There's less risk, okay? If you were looking to be top chef, of course, you would go to training. You would get trained by a training academy or training university. Then, of course, you would have mentorship, and you would work for months or years apprenticing on somebody who's already experienced and great. So to put the same concepts together, we built a training academy so that you can get all of the training that you need essentially right here online. We train you in the skill sets in essentially two places. Number one, on this university online. Number two, in live training events. Why do we do that? Well, we know that different people learn differently in different modalities, and the support of online education with live, offline, experiential training is very powerful. So let's, don't do yourself a favor and use them both. Synergize online and offline. It's not that online is better or offline is better, or it's that synergized together, you get a more holistic approach to success. And so please take the time to learn online. Some people say, oh, I hate learning online. I don't like to sit in videos. I can never make the time. Well, that is the future of education. If you're paying attention, you can see expert after expert after expert after education platform after education platform after author is creating an online education system because it becomes the ability to consume it. I mean, it's scalable for the business owner, but that's not so important for you as the student. It allows you to consume it in the way that you want, at the time that you want, at the pace that you want, in exactly the way you want. What that means for you is better learning, ultimately. All you need to do is make the time. And I know that scheduling time, being disciplined about time for yourself can be one of the biggest challenges for human beings. But that's part of the muscle that you're going to want to start to create and get good muscles. It's a muscle. Discipline around crafting time for yourself is a muscle. So here's how we've organized this. We've organized it in problem solution set, which is very unique. I've never seen another training university organized like this. It's always just a bunch of trainings. We have organized this under problem solution set because in this mentorship program, all you're doing is solving problems. It's all you're doing as a business owner, constantly solving problems. So you're going to solve your own problems so that you can solve other people's problems, right? A business is in business because you're solving other people's problems. So we wanted to solve your problems in this university in a very specific format. Here's how we did it. The first problems that you might have is clarity. So we gave you a training on clarity. If you're having problems on clarity, then right here is a training on getting you clear. 7 modules. You go through it. Helps you understand how to get clear about things like your passion, your purpose, ideas, how to get new concepts or ideas. And we're going to be adding a few things to this actually shortly here around value proposition. We've got a few training webinars who helped you get crystal clear about digital marketing. We helped you get clear about how to find new ideas for your business. All that is going into that clarity, and so we're constantly adding to it. Next one, lead generation. You're going to need leads for your company. How do you do that? Well, we've got this divided into 2 different areas, business to consumer and business to business. And so if I take you into the business to business lead strategies, in here we've got a whole bunch of training, including we have an entire interview with another expert. Now, in the training university, some of this stuff is things that we have created and trained, a lot of it, like maybe 90%. Some of it is interviews with experts in the industry where I pull out of them specific concepts, techniques, and systems. It's not them selling you stuff. We don't have any of that garbage in our system. It's me actually interviewing them, modeling them, diving in deep, or less even modeling them, diving in deep and saying, how are you producing these results in your world and in your industry? We did that with a friend of ours who runs an 8-figure lead generation company for business to business. His name is Brian Franklin. Okay. Then we have in here things like an audio recording of strategy calls we've done with students, like a B2B company where I've said, here's the 14 ways you're going to find great leads. And I recorded it for an hour so that you can go back and listen to exactly what I was saying to them. And if we go into lead generation B2C, we've got it as well. We've got an hour training. Actually, we've got a couple, actually. We've got 30-minute training, rather, on business to consumer lead generation strategies. And we just added recently here lead generation for geographic. So how do you SEO optimize? How do you pay attention to Google advertising? How do you develop content to optimize yourself online? How do you advertise as a local retail business? We're going to keep adding to that because we're doing more and more. So these are the things that are online for you. That's lead generation. Under branding and packaging, having a problem getting the visibility you want or the credibility you need, perfect. You've got a 12-week training right here called the Industry Master Intensive. Want to learn how to publish a book and create a book? Great. Under the Book Building Academy, we teach you how to do that. We show you an overview of how to take a book from idea to actually book. I've interviewed a couple of publishers to explain how to actually concept and create your book so that they're going to be ready to publish it. This is our publisher here. And we've got PR experts on how to actually get books out to the marketplace. So you've got all this. This is our Book Builder Academy, and we're constantly adding to it. Okay. Under here, we got media creation. How do you create the media for your business? We start to look at how to get media, how to create media, and things like that. We're going to be adding to that as well. Sales and negotiation. Having a problem closing partnership deals. Are you a product business owner? You need to close distribution deals, retail deals. Are you an expert and you want to be closing high-end products and services like $10,000 retreats or $50,000 coaching packages? Great. We've got all that right here. I'll scroll down a little bit here. Under 2 trainings under sales negotiation. This is one-on-one sales. So you're going to learn quickly in a 12-week program how to sell and negotiate high-end, high-touch sales deals. Here's another training that Alessia put together called the Cash Fairy, where she takes you through how to develop sales games, how to plan for your sales, how to track your sales, and how to get started selling services. Under here, looking to create your presentations, 12-week program called the 90-Day Stage Closer Challenge. This shows you how to create your presentations, how to get gigs, and how to deliver them so that you get the highest monetizing presentations. Under leverage and automation, go into how to build marketing funnels, how to use social media, how to get traffic, how to build webinars. We even get into other things around leverage, like optimizing your business, raising capital. We've got pitch decks in here if you need that. Public relations, how to get more PR, so how to build certification programs, how to build corporate programs. Okay? Under influence and impact, we teach you the language patterns of influence. We train you in NLP. We have a 22 video series in here of how to actually utilize neurolinguistics. A video series where literally I worked with a student of ours, training them. Each one's about 20 to 30 minutes long, with the exception of a couple. So you've got about 15 hours of training in here in language patterns of influence for business, leadership, and marketing. Then you've got another training in here, okay, a 15-part training, each training about an hour to an hour and a half of a private mastermind that we did with our students, training them on how to use neurolinguistics, the language pattern of influence, in marketing, sales, and leadership. Okay, you can listen to that. Then at the bottom here, if you'd like to be a coach or you'd like to understand human potential modalities, we've got a training here for coaches called the 7-Figure Coach. And the training is a 9-module training on how coaches get great results with their clients. Okay, so there's tons of great stuff on here. And it's all organized in exactly problem solution set. Okay, I hope you like that. That's the training on here. We got about 120 hours of training on the membership site. If we go into bonuses, we've got other trainings under here. This is called the Revenue Accelerator. This is a training program that we did to teach people how to get cash out of their business right away when they're trying to bridge short-term cash challenges. Here's the assessments, and you should have received these already. These are the 3 assessments to build your business growth assessment, your marketing assessment, and your sales and influence assessment. Okay, now you're going to fill out these assessments and send them back to us to get started with your Jumpstart calls. Now, I'll talk more about that in just a second. But essentially, what I want to make sure you're doing is you're going through your assessments, filling out your assessments, and you're going to send them back to mentorship@industryrockstar.com. Our client services team then sends it out to all the coaches and the members, so we have all that. And from there, you can schedule your very first call. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. On here, we have videos that take you through every assessment in case you're curious about any questions that we ask on there. You have the assessments themselves, plus you have some extra value things like how to plan your revenue for the year now that you've assessed your business. We've got some marketing value stuff on here. We teach you how to look at every different type of marketing aspect that you can be involved in and how to measure it for success. There's just extra goodies out here about building your businesses, okay? If we go down to the 7 acts, this is a small training program. It's a little bonus. I'd love you to get into it. It's the 7 critical things that we think you should actually understand before you even are looking to attempt to build a successful business to grow your business. Things like stop losses, getting out to the market and selling before you're building new products and services, okay? All under here, you can go and enjoy that. Then we've got all of our books and ebooks. I shouldn't say all, we've got another book that we've launched. We've got to get up here as well, and all of our ebooks, okay? I give this to you because you may want to write a book. In fact, we're working on our 4th book now. We've got 2 here. I've got to add our 3rd one, which was a compilation book with some other authors. And then we've got our 4th one that we're working on right now. We add these up here so that you can see and model. I mean, you can read them if you want. They're certainly good value. But if you want to model what we've been doing in our books and our ebooks, you got them all right there. Here's another page that you're going to love, which is called an additional support page. This is all sorts of material that our students ask us to create that just doesn't really fit in anywhere else on the membership site. Things like maybe what we meditate to, or if they want outlines for high converting landing pages, or video sales letters, how to take a great testimonial. We got a testimonial format in there. Some of our students want to know, how do I meet and court high profile people, right? They may want to launch an experts business. How do I create group presentations? Here's a great one. Planning your success. Ways to plan your success. There's a 30-minute training in here about how to actually plan out your year for more success. All sorts of great content on here. Here's our media planning tool. If you want to plan out your media for the year, you go in here and you can plan out marketing, planning out your marketing activities for the year. That's under the bonuses. Okay, let's go to live elements. The live elements is all of the live elements that we're doing in this program. You have 4 areas of live elements. You've got the private calls that you're doing with your mentor. You've got the group coaching calls that you're doing with us. You've got the online Facebook forum that we interact with every day. And then you got the live training events that we do around the planet. The advanced courses, the 2-day advanced courses, and the other 3-day courses that we do that you're welcome to come. Let's take a look at the private coaching calls. By the way, you're more than welcome to drop in any questions that you have. I know I'm doing a lot of the talking today, but you're more than welcome to and drop in any questions that you have right into the chat window. I'm happy to answer questions, and I will take some time when I get done with this to answer any questions that you have. So the first design here is the private coaching calls, the first live element, I should say. The very first thing that you want to do is actually book your strategy session. Now, you're going to send your assessments, and here's what I want to say about your assessments. Some people find the assessments a breeze. They breeze right through them. Others find the assessments very, very difficult. Some find the assessments wonderful, and they work on them for a long period of time. I don't want you to get absorbed in the assessments for more than a couple of days. That's it. If you're starting a brand new business, you may find many of the questions in the assessments hard to answer. Fine. Just answer what you can. Send them off to the mentorship@industryrockstar.com email address, and voila, get your first strategy session scheduled. Your first session is going to be with Kevin Pates, and his Skype information is right here. So you're going to connect with him on Skype and say, hey, Kevin, it's me. I'm from the San Francisco World Class Speaker Conference. I just sent in my assessments, and I'm ready to go with my first strategic call. Okay? The second one is going to be with Corey, unless you've arranged something different. Like you're in products, you're going to do physical products, you're going to do both calls with Corey just because of her expertise in physical products. Katie asks, what does NLP stand for? Katie, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming or Neuro-Linguistic Patterning. It's essentially the study of how language affects the brain. So I've studied neuro-linguistics for about 20 years. It's how we create our reality. I've studied human potential for about 30 years. And neuroscience is one of, I think, foremost sciences around how we create reality in our brains and how do we change it. Yes, Kati. Sorry, Kati, of course. So that's what it is. Neuro-linguistics. Okay, good question. Thank you, Kati. Okay, so back to the senior advising team. You have everybody's information here. Some of these advisors you won't know because they work for us in Europe. Kevin Bees primarily works for us in Europe, Asia. Corey, here is her Skype address right here. Okay, Johnny, you may have heard a little about. Johnny leads our practitioner, our presentation courses. Amazing, you're gonna love Johnny. He's from Australia. He's just awesome. You may not have met Vince or Geeta yet. You'll meet Geeta in the 90-day Stage Closer Challenge program online. And then we have all of our tech advisors for our company, okay? So all of their information to reach people is all right here. You've always got an ability to reach out to us. I don't ever want to hear, I could never reach you. That's not even feasible. In fact, on my Skype, on my phone, I think I have 1 or 2 messages from my students that I haven't answered yet that came in this morning, okay? So between Facebook and Skype and email, we are hyper responsive. Now, here's the thing. If you ever reach out to us and you don't get a response, assume we did not receive it. Don't assume we don't care, okay? Of course we care. You're an important part of our family. Of course we care. If we didn't respond, it's because we didn't get it. We didn't even see it. So if you send me a Skype message for some reason and I don't respond, it's because I didn't see it. If you send me a Facebook and I didn't respond, it's because I didn't see it. So change modalities. Maybe there's some reason we didn't see it. If you send an email to our client services team and they don't respond, it went to spam. They didn't see it because they are looking at emails all day long and they're responding all day long so that you very fast responses and service. So if you don't get a response, change modalities. Skype us if you Facebook us and it didn't work. Facebook is if you Skyped us. Email if you get it. Just send to a different modality and you're almost for sure going to get a response because sometimes things slip between the cracks. Like you send an email, goes into spam. We don't know because we're not always checking spam on a daily basis. And somebody gets upset because they feel like they didn't get responded to, but it just was, we didn't receive it. Sometimes I'm on a plane for 24 hours or I'm traveling, to Asia for 36 hours. So I may not be as hyper responsive over those 36 hours. No problem. If you feel like you're not getting responsiveness, switch modalities or change to different people. You have my Skype information here. You've got Alessia's Skype information here. Now, if you're in Diamond or Rockstar, we will literally coach you on Skype. That's part of your tier. If you are in Silver, Gold, or Platinum, we gave you our information. If you ever need to reach us, if there's a problem, you can reach out to us. So that we just wanted everybody to have it. But for our Diamond and Rockstar students, that's where we're coaching you on Skype. Okay, that's the private stuff. Let's look at the group calls. The group calls are really cool. And I love these things because 3 times a month rather, we do group calls. I do one once a month. Alessia does one once a month. And Corey does one once a month. I talk about on my group coaching call, I talk about lead generation and marketing. That's one of my major passions, is getting visibility, getting more action, putting together opportunities where you have people that are saying, let's talk. Alessia loves to talk about closing deals, sales, partnership strategies, negotiation techniques. She likes to talk about closing deals and making money. I mean, we both love talking about that, but that's like her absolute passion, and I love marketing. So you get, once a month, you get me on marketing, you get her on sales. Then once a month, you get Corey on products. Now, if you're not a product business, you may not take that call. You may skip the call. She talks about things like pitching to B2B. Her background is really in business to business, products, organization, leadership, things like that. And so once a month, she does a group coaching call on that stuff. Now, here's how it works. Every month, we've got the dates right here as to when the group coaching calls are. So the very next one is going to be, it just happened, June 5th and June 26th. So we've got our team that's putting up the audio. Every call always gets put up here so that you always have all of the call in case you can't be on the call. The calls are designed for your questions. So we answer your questions live, just like this. Like Kati asked, what's NLP stand for? Boom, I answer it. That's exactly how the calls work. Now, the calls are just audio. They're not video. And we do that for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's easier to manage for us. And two is we don't always want to have to wear makeup, if you know what I mean. And there's really no value to seeing us to just answer questions and talk about things. And it allows us to do things at night, and maybe, if we're traveling where maybe the signal is not strong enough to do visuals. So we do them as audio. So they're calls. They're group coaching calls. Now, where you log into them is right here. Here's all the information. You log into them on GoToMeeting. This is the system we use. And you just click this link. I recommend the first time that you do it, that you do it maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes early. It might need to install something on your laptop. You can link in from your phones, so you can listen in from your phones. Or you can call in. And here's a US number. I think there's toll-free numbers if you want. It's all local call at this point. In the meantime, you can listen in. Now, if you call in from your phone, I don't believe you're able to text in a question. So you're better off connecting through a GoToMeeting app or using this link even on your smartphone. Then you'll have the little window where you can text in your question at any time. The calls are 60 minutes long, unless there seems to be a shortage of questions, which is not the case. But we will answer everybody's question. If there's to be no more questions, sometimes we spend some extra time teaching or just end the call. If there are more than questions that we can actually answer in an hour, we're known to go over an hour and 15, even an hour and a half at times. But at some point, we kind of pause the call, we stop the call, and we take the rest of the questions back to the forum, and we give thoughtful answers on the forum within 28 to 48 hours of the call. In the meantime, then the recording goes up online, and you can access it by just clicking here. Okay? Now, the call times. Since you're probably in the California area, since we just came out of the San Francisco event, the call times are at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're joining us here and you're in from the Mountain Standard Time, you came over from Colorado or from the, even the Midwest, it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. It would be, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. East Coast Time, right? And that extends all the way into Europe and all the way into the Middle East. So we do them at 11 a.m. Pacific time because that extends over to the Middle East. And we do them for Asia and Australia at a totally different time. Now, that's probably not so important to you because you're living in the States, probably. I don't think anybody on this call is on Asia time. But if you're traveling for any reason, it's important to know that you can join anywhere in the world and they actually get done normal business time. So if you happen to be traveling to Asia or Australia for business, you can still join the call at a normal business hours for you because we do them at a normal business hours there. And what you can see is it starts at 11 a.m. Bangkok time, 12 p.m. Singapore, 1 p.m. Tokyo, 3 p.m. Sydney, 5 p.m. Auckland. So if you're in the Asia, India, or Australia region or New Zealand region for business, doesn't matter. You always have an option to join us live because we do 2 calls actually a month. Okay? So go ahead and jot these dates down. Now, coming up in July, we don't typically do a call. We take 1 month off in July. And in fact, I noted that. Alessia and I take 1 month a year to spend it with the kids and just slow down because we do so much throughout the year. And July is the month. So I will be off. We will reconvene in August. This month, this summer is a little bit unusual because we're having a baby. So we are going to be relatively stationed in California this summer, where normally we are gone for the summers from the States. We live over in Europe, through kind of May through September. That doesn't affect you or anything at all because everything is done here virtually. The live events are done live. We all fly in for the stuff, so it really makes no difference. The only thing to note is that July is the summer month, the 1 month we take off. Okay. In the meantime, Corey will be doing a call live. We're going to get that scheduled. As you can see, we don't have Corey's calls up everywhere yet. She just started that. So we're going to actually be putting up her calls here over this next week. You'll get call dates. Okay. In the meantime, you got all of our recordings from the past years since we started this. 2018, 2017, 2016. I think 2015 is when we started coaching calls. Before that, we weren't doing them. You got all the way back to 2015, all of the content back to 2015, all of the calls. If you'd like, listen to the calls. They're all great questions. They're great strategies. You can have an endless amount of listening time to be on the site, listening to stuff. Okay? Let's move on to the Facebook forum. The Facebook forum is super awesome, and it's unprecedented how powerful this is. There's no other Facebook forum I've ever seen in the world that does what we do. The Facebook forum is very simply the Facebook forum, and you understand it's a private closed group. Might have already been posting on the Facebook forum questions, and you can see that we respond pretty quickly. I usually monitor this once a day, although we used to promise once a week, and so we're on here as often as we can is basically the end point. And so, as you can see, like Kaya just posted up 50 minutes ago. She's already got people responding to her. How many people? Let's see. Maybe 3 people have already responded to her. Somebody's already given a comment. Let's see. Armin posted 23 minutes ago. Helena posted 3 hours ago. I already responded to her. So we try to be very quick on this kind of thing. Stefan posted 6 hours ago. We already started responding to him, and so forth. Chris posted 6 hours ago. Already responded to him. And he already got 9 responses, or 12 responses. Okay. The point is that this forum is awesome because you're getting very, very fast engagement with the community. And the community is where you just have massive power. You've got, what do we got? Almost 1,600 business owners on here. Yeah, almost 1,600 business owners on here that are smart, sharp, driven, committed. They're all in different industries. They're all over the world. They're across 32 different countries. And they're all engaging together to help each other, support each other with answers to their questions and problems. Now, there are some guidelines to posting on the forum. Please take a moment to listen to this 10-minute audio on how to post to the forum, because it's possible that you're posting things to the forum that are not totally okay or appropriate. Teresa, let me know, did the screen freeze up or was it just yours? Go ahead and hit recycle if anything is frozen. Is the screen, let me just ask her, is the screen okay or is it frozen? And if it's my side, I can recycle and get it going again. If it's your side, just go ahead and hit recycle, and it should recycle. Okay, just let me know as I keep going here. In the meantime, there are some guidelines to posting on the forum, and I'd like you to listen to those. Here's why. Our students requested that it doesn't become a marketing and a sales forum. Okay, great. Looks like we're a little frozen. Okay, give me 1 minute. And I'll be right back and reset the screen. Okay, I'll be right back, everybody. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just going to reset the program here. Right back. Okay, we should be back. Let me know if we are good now. Let me know if the screen is working and clear for you. If so, we'll keep going on our journey here. Make sure that everybody can see everything and that we are live and in motion. So let me know if that's okay. Good. Looks like we're back. Excellent. Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so back to the forum. We wanted to design this thing where it's not a marketing and a sales forum, so everybody's promoting their services or promoting their events or promoting everything. So the idea is that you're responsible to not clutter the forum, making offers, marketing things, because our students didn't really want that. They wanted a forum where you could come and ask questions, where you can share concerns, share fears, get feedback on things, ask for technology suggestions, get feedback on copy, get feedback on videos. They didn't want everybody pitching and selling to each other all day long. So we request that you don't do that so that we keep the forum to be very highly engaging. And you will see it's a very highly engaging forum. Okay, last part of the live events, or the last part of the live elements, I should say, is the live events. And there are two types of live events, basically. The first type is a 2-day advanced course. So listen really carefully because I want to make sure you're clear on this. The 2-day advanced courses are advanced courses. They are private, closed courses that are only for our mentorship students. So if you meet somebody in an advanced course, it is because they have invested in themselves through training and mentorship at a significant level, and they are part of the mentorship community. The 3-day events are open events to the public. It means some of our mentorship students come to those because they like to come back, but we also allow the public to come. Either they buy tickets or some events are free or whatever. But the 3-day events are open to the public. The 2 events are closed to the public, or they are only private for our students. The language we use internally, so that you're clear when we talk about stuff, is 2-day advanced courses, or we call them the advanced courses. The 3-day trainings or conferences are large format conferences. You might have 200, 300, 500, 800, 1,000 of those. The advanced courses usually have 100 students or under. They're the private ones, okay? So let's take a look at the advanced courses. There are a series of different advanced courses, and I want to pay really close attention to this because if you're in the World Class Speaker Mentorship Program, you're going to get certain advanced courses. If you are in the Multiply Your Impact Business Mentorship Program, you're going to get different courses. And there is some overlap. So this is the point where you got to pay really close attention so you are clear and you don't come back to say, oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Which courses are for me? What do I go to? Oh my gosh, I thought I was entitled to this and not this. So this is a little bit like a university. Like I said, this is like an online university. And when you go to a university, you typically get a core layer of courses, right? So everybody takes math, and they might take physics, they might take English and that kind of thing. But then there are electives. And your electives are things that you say, well, I want to study or I want to major in medicine. So I'm pre-medicine, and therefore I'm going to take biology and advanced physiology and things where someone who says, well, I want to be a lawyer. And so in the law electives, they say, well, you're going to take, tort or negotiation classes. And so some things that everybody does, and there's some things that are specific to what you want to do because you're specializing. So there are several live advanced courses, and the core ones, there's 6 core ones, and then there's some electives. Now, in the core ones, not everybody gets all the core ones. So we're very clear about what package they are for and what gets them. So let's take a look. The first one is branding and packaging. And it shares with you just underneath each one who gets what. So this training is included in the following packages. For Multiply Your Impact, for example, it's in the Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, and Rockstar. For World Class Speaker, it's in the Gold, Platinum, Diamond, and Rockstar. So this is WOLD. I'll have to change that and make that a little adjustment. The World Class Speaker, for example, the Silver, does not get the branding and packaging. Okay. Sales and negotiation, for example, is the same. Multiply Your Impact, it's Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. In World Class Speaker, it's for Platinum, Diamond, and Rockstar. So just make sure before you register for a 2-day advanced course or before you put it on your calendar that it is part of your tier or your package that you're paid for. Okay. Digital marketing, for example, our World Class Speaker students are not in digital marketing because we don't focus on actually you filling up your events. We focus on you getting on speaking, getting on stages, and getting in front of conferences and getting opportunities, webinars, things like that. We don't want to train you to fill up your own events yet because it can be very risky in terms of money and finances. But for our business students that need to get clients, we do train you in digital marketing to be you're getting coaching clients, consulting clients, whether you're bringing people into your store or your restaurant, your salon, whether you've got a physical product and you're trying to promote that, e-commerce, things like that. That is for you. Influence skills, money mindset. This is for Gold through the Rockstar in Multiply Your Impact, or the Platinum through the Rockstar in the World Class Speakers. So I'll let you go through this. You can look at each of these. All I'm saying is that each tier and each program has a slightly different group of trainings. So just very clear before you register, before you book this into your calendars, that that training is part of your tier in your package. Just like if you were pre-medicine and you showed up to the negotiation class, they would say, I'm sorry, but you're not registered for this class. It's not part of your tuition as a pre-medical student. Or as lawyers, they would say, you can't go to advanced biology. First of all, you don't need it. And second of all, it's not part of the way your classes are allowed, okay? World-class speaker students, there are some trainings that are only for you because you're specializing in speaking. So presence, for example, is only for you. Presentation design is only for you. It is not applicable for the business students because you elected to not focus on that, okay? Now, below that is all of the dates of programs in all of the territories. Right now, we do 5 rotations of these in different territories. And all here's all the dates as to where they are in the cities that they're in. And we've got them basically up to, I think, the end of the year. I think we've got them up through November, December now throughout the territories as to where the trainers are going to be. About 6 weeks before the training, the link to register for that goes live. So, for example, for our multiplier impact students, not for world-class mentorship students, world-class speaker mentorship students, coming up in July, we have a digital marketing training in San Francisco. Again, that's for the business students and not for speaking students only. And this is going to go up because it's about 4 weeks. So this is going to go up. Actually, we're working on it right now. This will go up in the next day or two so that you can get registered for that, okay? About 6 weeks prior, you're going to get registered for your event. In the meantime, please note that we said on here, never make travel plans. I think I say this at the top. I'll bring this back to you at the top. Please do not book your travel more than 90 days in advance. And here's why. In our contracts with our hotels, they have the right to change things on us up to 90 days, okay? Even when we've given them a deposit, and then when we've booked it, even when our contract says we have the right to the room, I can't tell you how many times hotels or conference centers at about 92 days or 100 days have come and said, oh, actually, we need to move you or this room is going to be no longer available. Even though you put that deposit, we're going to refund your deposit because we have a much bigger conference coming in that is going to take up the room. So occasionally things need to shift or change. Also, our trainers and our educators, they are world-class. They're not bottom of the barrel. They're not cheap trainers or coaches. So occasionally they get asked to do very high-profile things. For example, they get asked to go on a tour across the world. Sometimes we get a call 60 or 90 days out, and Tony Robbins wants us to come on tour with him. Or, Grant Cardone, in November, we're supposed to be going to Dubai and do tours with Grant Cardone and Gary Vee. However, they will not confirm those dates with us until about 4 months in advance because they're working on it themselves. The point is that we reserve the right to change some things, whether it's dates or training locations, up to 90 days in advance, okay? We rarely change things, and you'll see we try to never change anything. We hate changing things as much as you hate things changed on you. We understand. And the nice thing is that you're here in the California area, and so it's probably the place that we change things the least because this is where we live half the year. The point is that I'm just saying this to you now, don't book any travel or hotels earlier than 90 days because it is possible things will change. And if it does, you are caught where you have a non-refundable ticket or non-refundable hotel, we will not be responsible for that if you booked prior to 90 days because sometimes things change. We do everything we can not to change anything, but I just want to make sure you're clear about that. If it's under 90 days, for some reason we have to change it, we will make sure that everything is taken care of. But the point is that we don't change things under 90 days because we know that you're planning your life. Okay, just want to point out, okay, really clearly. So that's it. That's the 2-day advanced courses. Let's take a look at just a couple of other things, and then we're almost done here. Under the live events, across the world, we start at the top events, and we run world-class speaker 3-day events. Now, you just came through a 3-day world-class speaker event. Well, that is a awesome conference. But we also run start top conferences, and we've got a whole bunch coming up all over the States and over the world. Next one is in Sydney. After that, we're going to be in Los Angeles and Santa Monica. And we'll be in Seattle in September, and then Orlando after that. Okay. We also run world-class speaker conferences all over the world. Let's look at what those are. And we've got, of course, as I said, the next one's coming out in July, oh, it's not actually because we've got partners that are doing all the registration management of that. We've got one in Zurich. We did that one in Zurich, of course, and we just did the one in San Francisco. The new ones will go up. We've got one in November in London and one in Orlando in December. So those should go up shortly, okay, as we start to create that stuff. In the meantime, you're welcome to come to whatever you like, and you register for whatever you'd like. If you came through the world-class speaker, you have a free forever seat to the world-class speakers to come as a general admission seat anywhere you want in the world. You can come anywhere you want, and it's totally free for you to come back. If you've come to the start of the top training, which I know you didn't do that because you came through world-class speaker, you have a ticket to that event forever to come back to that one. If you would like to go to the opposite one, if you came through world-class speaker, but you would like to come to the business training start at the top, which is totally different conference, or if you came through start at the top and you'd like to go to world-class speaker, which is totally different, you can purchase a ticket, and they are fully discounted. They are just costs. They're zero profit for us to just allow you to come to the event at just cost. We just have to cover your, the workbooks and the, if you want to be in the lunch VIPs, you have to cover that kind of thing. Fully discounted. Okay, so that's how those work. One more cool thing that you're going to notice is we are launching a new training with Les Brown called Impact and Influence. It's a 3-day training. It's going to be done in November, and we haven't officially announced this yet, but it should be getting done in San Francisco. It was supposed to be done in Scottsdale. We all decided actually they prefer to have it in San Francisco, so we're looking at moving it to San Francisco, which would be good news for you because you probably live in the Bay Area. And that is not up on our membership site yet. It's a brand new training, and it's going to be focused around personal breakthroughs, media. It's making an impact and influence at it's a global impact, global influence. And we're going to be training you in some real deep modalities around the identity, who you need to be to make global impact, and what you need to be doing through media, training you on how to actually make a global impact through media. It's a super cool training. We're very excited about it. And Les Brown will be at that event in November. We will tell you more about that as it comes up. It is completely free for you. We will have it open to the public, and it's going to be, between $1,000 and $2,000 training. We're not sure yet, but the point is that it is, as we add more things, we invite you to it, baby, and you get to be involved in these things. Okay, and we'll probably do it. We're looking for a hotel that can host it because we'll probably have a very large group. We'll probably have between 500 and 1,000 people at it, which would be great for networking, a lot of fun, great energy. Les will be there. We'll be there. We're going to even see if we can get a few other celebrity friends to come in to talk about making global impact. And we'll announce more as it becomes clear. Okay, that's in November. If you want to know the dates, you can mark them in your calendar. Nothing is firm yet, but this is the dates that we have on our calendar, which is November 15th through the 17th. Okay, again, I'm just saying nothing's firm yet, but this is what we're planning, and that's what we've got in our calendars. Okay, now let's take the last couple minutes and talk about how to sequence. Oh, sorry, there's one more tab. Sorry, I missed one tab. Sorry. The celebrity and high-profile interviews. So throughout the year, of course, we hang out with different friends who are celebrities and high profiles. And we interview them because we want to pick their brains, right? And so when we do that, we put them up here on the membership site. So, of course, when we had Les, we did a whole bunch of interviews with him. And so we put them up here on the site for you to enjoy. This is the interview we did, as you kind of recognize Alessia's dress because she did this at the World Class Speaker. She also got a chance to interview Ona Brown. I interviewed him. That's interesting. My interview should be up here somehow. We got the link. I'll change that. Richard Branson, when we interviewed him, Randy Zuckerberg, we brought her out to some events. We did a bunch of events with Richard. I interviewed him a couple of times. Alessia interviewed him. Vishen from My Valley, we both interviewed him at different events that we spent a lot of time with him. Kevin Hinton, of course, John Stevenson, Michelle Chong, who's a television star in Singapore, Frank Kern, you might know, is one of the internet marketers in the world, and so forth. Okay, all these celebrities, whenever we put on here, John DeMartini's on here from The Secret, some of our coaches that we've worked with over the years, experts in valuation, experts in neurolinguistics. We just put up stuff as we get it here. We've got maybe 24 interviews on here. They're super cool. You should go in and just check these out when you have time. Always very interesting to listen to famously successful people, talk about their stuff. Okay, let's talk about how to get started. Now, listen very carefully. Let me make sure you're very clear about the sequence in which you should be doing things. I'm going to put this into the chat window as well. Here we go. Step 1, finish your assessments. okay? But get them done over a couple of days. Don't spend a week. Don't get stuck on them. If you find yourself stuck on them, skip them. Send what you have and get going. Never let anything slow you down or stop you, okay? Always make it happen. Send those in. Step 2. I'm going to make this really easy for you to understand. Step 2, send them to the assessment. Send the assessments to mentorship@industryrockstar.com. Okay. Step 3, schedule your jumpstart call with either Kevin or Corey. And if you did not talk to Corey about starting with her, then you will start with Kevin. If you are a physical product business, you'll start with Corey, just because of her expertise in physical products. If you are not a physical product business, which most of our students that came out of the World Class are not, then you will start with Kevin Pace. You've got his information. I'm going to give it to you here. It's kevin.bdf or Corey Trevino 1. Okay? And that is their Skype information. So you can schedule your Jumpstart call. From your Jumpstart calls, here's what you want to do. Make sure, step 4, make sure you schedule your private sessions at the end of each session on the phone with them. So when you get done with your first strategy session, make sure you schedule your next session. Now, if you're moving from Kevin to Corey, you may have to ping Corey and ask her, but that's okay. As soon as you're done with your second session, schedule your next session with your mentor. Here's something I'm going to ask you to do. Listen carefully. Step 5. I want you to make a video. Make a video of your business, focus, and strategy that you created with them. It's like a pitch video. Okay? You're going to send that to MYI. Okay? Step 6. Send to Kane by posting a link to your YouTube. Just post it up on YouTube. You can do it unlisted if you don't want anybody to see it. Upload it to YouTube. Select unlisted. Send me a link. Send Kane a link to my Skype. Don't send it on email. Don't send it to our customer service. Send it to me on Skype. What this video is literally just you holding the phone saying, "Hey, Kane and Alessia, so great to be part of this program. Here's what I'm working on. Here's my business. Here's my value proposition. Here's my strategy and how I'm going to make this work. What do you think?" Click, done. It should be about 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minute video, and it should cover your value proposition. In other words, what are you doing for the world? What is your business? Your business model, in other words, how are you going to make money? And any other key strategies that you think we should know. What we do with this video is we review it and we give you feedback to make sure that we, as angels, Alessia and me, we review it, and sometimes we even throw it over to Kevin Harrington, and we give you feedback on whether we believe that this is the right strategy for you. If not, I'm going to get your butt on the phone with me, and we're going to make sure that it's clear. But 9 out of 10 it is, because going through it with Kevin and Corey, who are absolute geniuses and brilliant, it's good. It's ready to go. There's just sometimes that I like to add or tweak something based upon my personal preference about what you're up to or doing or our experience. So you make the video, you send it to us via link, and then we give you feedback. At that point, we say go, and we assign the best mentor for you, whether it's Kevin, Pates, or Corey. Now, you may have already decided that. You may already know. No problem. That's fine. In the meantime, we will give you feedback on your strategy and business to make sure that you have a super awesome, rock solid plan for this mentorship program. This makes it ironclad to make sure you've got a direction. Okay. From there, you're going to start engaging in everything. Then you're going to schedule your private calls. You're going to get on the group calls. You're going to go to live events. You're going to be on the forum. You're going to engage in everything fully so that you can get the maximum value. If you do not engage in this program will do nothing for you, just like anything. And if you fully engage in this program, this will be life-changing. Not only is it life-changing because of the content and the training, which is very specialized and very high value, very, 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 very highly designed, but it's also because it's a 2-year program, and in 2 years, you're unable to hide from your mentors unless you hide. If you hide and you do nothing and you never contact us, never come to events, then you will succeed. It's very simple. And if you engage with us through the good, the bad, the happy, the ugly, the challenges, the stuck parts, the frustrations, the success stories, the excitement, if you engage with us consistently and we'll be part of your life over that 2 years, there's no chance you won't be recognizable at the end of the 2 years. Zero chance. In fact, we have 100% of people feeling unrecognizable at the end of the 2 years when they're fully engaged in the program. So that's how I want you to engage. That's how I want you to get the most out of this. If you have any questions, we'll take the last few minutes here and answer any questions. I tried to be very thorough and very clear, so I hope that answered all your questions. If you have any other questions I didn't answer for you, let me know. You have a very clear roadmap on how to get into the program. You've got a very clear understanding of how to use each section of the program. You know that we're constantly available to you. We're even on your time zone. You don't even have to wait. Okay, almost all of them are essentially. Well, I shouldn't say all of us, but well, yeah, I shouldn't say it all actually. Alessia and I are on your time zone. Kevin's on your time zone. Corey's hours ahead. Our trainers are all over the world, but that's okay. And so we're constantly here for you. We've got people in all sorts of different time zones. So I don't even care if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you have a question. There's probably somebody on our team that can answer you within a couple of hours. Okay. All right. So it doesn't look like we have any other questions, which is great. Either you're exhausted from that explanation, or I've answered all your questions. Linnell says, do you recommend we watch any videos prior to address each of these steps? Question. So Linnell, sorry, I usually cover this. Thanks for asking that question. It's great. I recommend that you set aside 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, 20 minutes twice a week to watch videos. I don't think that you need to watch anything before you move things forward. These first 6 steps are the 6 steps. That's, if I would have wanted you to watch videos, I would have put those in the steps. The first 6 steps: finish your assessments, get them to us, schedule your jumpstart call, make your pitch video to us, schedule your private sessions, start engaging into everything in the program. That's all I need you to do. Get started. When it comes to watching videos, what you're going to find is the training that we deliver to you is exceptional. It's very unique. And there's a lot of training and education online. But when you get into it, there is a difference. There's a difference between the way people have learned to educate and train. I've been training and educating. My father actually holds a patent how to educate and train and develop people's minds and brains. So I grew up in a family that was obsessed with how do you actually get people to really get to their greatness, not just talk about it and not just share information. So our trainings are designed to keep you entertained, keep you engaged, give you exercises to do, teach you the things that are really critical and important. And so I really recommend you watch them. When you're on the phone with the mentors, if they discover that there is a deficiency in some of your skill sets or a skill set in order to achieve what you want, they are going to assign you a specific training to go watch so that you can get that skill set. If not, they're going to say, just get out there and get in action. Just do stuff. I can tell you that if you literally just do stuff, you're going to have great results. You just take action, which is so simple but so hard for people. If you just constantly are talking to people, engaging, it's very unusual for you not to have momentum and have success if you're just doing stuff. Even if you're doing the wrong stuff, it's okay if you're doing stuff. I mean, you want to do the wrong stuff for long, but you're going to know if you're doing the wrong stuff, you're out there doing stuff and nothing's happening. It's great information. Come back to the coaching calls, the group calls, the live events, the private calls, the forum, and say, I'm doing it. I'm doing it over and over. It's not working. What am I doing wrong? Because action is the first step to success, and then good execution is the second step. But we can't actually know if you're executing well or not if you're not actually in action. So no, you don't have to watch any videos, and I would recommend you start assessing your biggest challenges and start spending some time watching the videos that are addressing the solution to those problems so that you can get trained right away. The other reason I want to watch these videos is it's better for you to be learning on that time than learning through the calls that we do together. In other words, you don't want to have to get on a private call and have it teach you things that you could have watched a video on. It's not the right way to utilize the time. The right way to utilize the time with us is to say, so I get it. I understand now. I know what I should be doing. I need refinements. I need to understand how to adapt this to me. I don't understand how to adapt it. I have questions, or I'm doing it and it's not working. I need execution help. I need integration help. I need leadership help. We can teach you on the calls. We're happy to do whatever you want. But I'm telling you that it's going to be more effective if you use the telephone calls with us to help you integrate, solve problems, or understand why things are not working as well as you'd like them to. Let's remember that success is not a straight line. It's exponential. In other words, it kind of goes like this, and then it starts to get a little bit of success, and then it starts to go exponential. It's a hockey stick curve. It's not a direct line. I mean, some people have direct lines to success. I didn't. Most of my colleagues don't. Even when I launch new stuff, usually I actually go like this. Boom, mistakes, stupid things, and then we start to learn and we build it up. So your journey will be in all sorts of different ways. Your journey could be like this. Your journey could be like this. Your journey could be like this, and then like this. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we'd like everybody to be up here, which means greater success and more happiness around what's going on. Okay? Awesome. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope you've gotten very clear. This video will be available to you, so you can refer to it if you need anything. You've got your steps as to what to do next. Make me proud. Make yourself proud. Make your families proud. Use your investments you've invested in here. Take action. And if you need anything, you know where to find us. Okay? My love to you. Big kisses to everybody. From Alessi and I and the team here at Industry Rockstar, we look forward to seeing your transformation over the next couple of years. And we'll let you know when the baby's born. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.